Good morning, everyone. This is Jennifer McDonald. I am just checking in with you this morning. I am getting ready today to head out to a permanent orders hearing for one of my clients. And I just wanted to talk to you briefly about what exactly is a permanent orders hearing. So, permanent orders is the final hearing in your family law case. So it's either your permanent orders for your divorce or it's permanent orders for your allocation of parental responsibilities case, or APR, sometimes we call it. So allocation of parental responsibilities is your custody case. It's the case to determine the decision-making and parenting time for a child custody case. So when you go to permanent orders hearing, what that is you and the other side both appear in front of the judge or the magistrate in Colorado, and what they do is they let both sides give their side, and then the judge makes orders at the end of the hearing, and that should be the end of your case. Now, that's not always the case. Sometimes we have some wrap-up things to do. Sometimes there's some follow-up as far as what happens with parenting time, or, you know, if it's a divorce case, what happens with your retirement accounts, financial issues, that kind of things. But typically permanent orders is where you get your order from the judge. So what I tell my clients is, we go to the hearing, and then usually the petitioner gets to go first at the hearing, so the petitioner gets to present their case. So your attorney will call you to the stand and allow you to answer some questions to tell your story about what should happen as far as your divorce or your custody case goes. When your attorney is asking you questions, you get to kind of tell your story, explain, how things are from your perspective. And then once you've testified, having your attorney ask you questions, then the other side gets to ask you questions. So whether they have an attorney or not, they get to ask you questions. And they will try everything they can to rattle you and make you feel uncomfortable and get you to say things that probably you didn't actually want to say, but that's just sort of how it works. And then your attorney gets the opportunity to redirect you, so they get to ask you questions and kind of clean up what you've said in the cross-examination. Fill any holes, or if you said something a little bit different than what you would like to have said and it came out wrong, your attorney can come back and fix it at the end of that. And then the other side gets an opportunity to present their case. So typically that's the respondent, depends on who filed the case. So the respondent then gets to come back and have their attorney ask them questions, and then your attorney, the petitioner's attorney, gets to cross-examine, and then there's also a redirect on that side. So both sides get to present their case by answering questions on the witness stand, and then at the end of the hearing, usually the judge will take a few minutes and give you oral orders, which means they say out loud what the rulings are in your case. Every once in a while, cases take way too long and they don't have the opportunity to give the orders at the hearing, or sometimes judges just don't want to do that and they want to take it under advisement. So what they will do is they will, every once in a while, the judge will call everybody back into the courtroom on a different date and give orders, or sometimes they'll call over the phone and give everybody the orders. Every once in a while, judges will just draft up orders and file them with the court as well. So hopefully on the day of your permanent orders, you do know what the answer is to all of your burning questions about what the rules are at the end of your case, but that's not always the case. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to get the orders from the judge. Now, if you have permanent orders in your hearing for a divorce, shortly after you will get the decree of dissolution of marriage, so you will be divorced at the end of your case after a permanent orders hearing. And in a child custody case, the court just makes orders about what the parenting time and decision-making rules are as far as your child. If you have more questions about what happens in a hearing or how you should act in a hearing, what you should wear, give my office a call, and I am more than happy to talk to you about it. If you have any other questions, you can leave them in the comments, and I will try and answer them on another day. Thank you very much. Bye.